Hello everyone, it's Lindsay, and for this video we are going to be looking at one of the new Bible journaling kits from Illustrated Faith, and you can find these over at Dayspring. I will link it down below. There are 3 kits currently available. This is the Faith is Greater Than Fear kit. I will also link down below the other 2 videos I have for the other 2 kits, so go check those out. These are going to be for sale for $19.99, and these are going to be the new lines that Illustrated Faith has this fall. And so this one here is a great graphic black and white. I have some great ideas for this line. This kit comes with 3 cardstock sticker sheets, 1 clear sticker sheet, 35 die cut pieces, 1 roll of washi, and 1 tip-in booklets. So let's dive in. We can take a look at that. If you are familiar with the different lines, there was the You Are Loved, the She Blooms, Seeds of Faith. Those are the lines that illustrate some of the lines that Illustrated Faith has done. And typically, if you want the entire line, it's usually somewhere around $70 to buy all of the line all at once, and you do have that option. If you don't want to buy the whole line, then you have to pick and choose and order everything individually, which is what I've done in the past just because I don't utilize everything that comes in the lines. But this is a great way to grab a chunk of the line all at once for a good price. And so what is not in here is the 12 by 12 paper pad, any clear cuts, anything like that, the little tabbies, and a lot of those things I don't typically use. I don't use the 12 by 12 sheets. I don't use the little, what are they called? Something tabbies. They're like a plastic tab. I don't use those. I will be ordering the stamp set that corresponds with each line just because that's something that I use. You don't get the stamp set in these kits, so just heads up. But this is a great little picking of the goodies for about $20. So let's dive in here. I've already pulled it out of all the packaging, so it's a little bit quicker to look at for you guys. Okay, so you get a roll of washi tape, and all the contents are the same for each one of the 3 kits. So you get a roll of washi. This one here is Love, Forgive, Pray, Trust, Rejoice. This is a little bit wider than the rolls that we get in the devotional kits, if you see that, but they are both packed full of washi. And this has that kind of translucent white that melds into the page. I'm going to experiment with adding paints and markers to this washi tape. I'm not sure, that's not something I've done before, but that is something I wanted to do with this line in particular, is find ways to add color. Of course, you can add it, just leave it black and white, not a problem if that's your thing, you like that graphic look. Perfect, great for pairing with other pieces that do have color, but I have some great ideas for adding color specifically to this line, so stay tuned for some videos on that. You get a pad of tip-ins. Now, I don't typically use tip-ins. I've had one booklet before. I ended up just giving most of them away or using them in workshops. But these ones in these kits actually look like something I'm going to use. And so this particular line, the Faith is Greater Than Fear, I'm probably going to say that wrong like 50 times in this video, so heads up. Faith is Greater Than Fear. They're white on the back, and then you have designs on the front. But these ones, when I flip through, have a lot more space for journaling than some of the other tip-ins that I've used in the past, and I really appreciate that. So if it's a page where you have a lot of notes, have a lot of things that you want to write down, maybe you just want to write down a prayer and don't want to spend a lot of time doing artwork, you could just put one of these down in the margin, maybe add a little paint color if you want to, jot down your notes, and you're done. Entry is done, you're good to go. But you also have some pieces like this that you could add, just a statement piece on its own, and go from there. But I love that there's plenty of room for journaling. So a whole bunch of different, this is my word of the year, so that's great. I surrender. A whole bunch of different designs, and it's 2 of each design, so it does repeat itself. So half the booklet is really the amount of designs you get, and you just get double of each one of those. These fit in the margin of a journaling Bible. Now, everybody's journaling Bibles are going to be a little bit different, especially now that more and more and more publishing companies are coming out with these journaling Bibles. They are all kind of a little bit different in the sizing, so just keep that in mind. Let me turn to where it's not. I want to save this page though, hold on. Okay, So mine is the Crossway ESV single column journaling Bible. I have the leaf pattern. I don't know that I have a link for this, but I'll link the other one that I have down below. And these tip-ins are a little bit wide for these Bibles from Crossway that I have used. You'll see I have to trim off just a little bit off of the edge so that I don't cover the words. If I'm going to just adhere it directly down into the margin, I do have to trim a little bit off the edge. But you could also scoot it over, add a strip of washi here to create a hinge, and then have a tip-in piece where you could add tons more journaling here, some private journaling, journaling on the front if you wanted, and so you have a lot of room if you're going to take notes. This would be great if you're taking your sermon notes inside of your journaling Bible. This gives you a lot more real estate to enter your notes. These are a cardstock, but they're not super thick, so they're not going to add a whole bunch of bulk to your Bible, which is great. And also these are kind of a matte porous finish, so I think that this line is really going to take color well, and so that's going to be a fun way to personalize it, change it up, and I'm excited to see all the different ways you guys use this line, just depending on what colors you like, what mediums you like, and how you make this fit your own style. I'm excited to see that. So you've got that booklet of tip-ins. You've also got, I'm going to leave this out here, you've got die cut pieces. These do have the verses on the back, like the die cut pieces that we're familiar with. I know the ones that come in the new devotional kits do not have verses on the back, but these are essentially the same thing, same thickness as those, and those die cut packs that we've been familiar with. Now these are all black and white. Again, they are not, like, I don't know if you're familiar, some die cut pieces, and I can't think of any from Illustrated Faith, but I have some from other companies that have kind of a finish on it that would resist adding paint. This does not have that. It is porous feeling to where I think it's going to take paint, marker, anything that you want, watercolor, going to take it just fine on here. So you have some bigger pieces that you can add in there. You can just apply tape to one side so you can still lift this up and read the text, or adhere it all the way down. Maybe make a tip-in, a card. You have some tabs. I like to cut my tabs in half and get 2 tabs. I don't like to fold them over. That's just me personally, because then I have this design on both sides, and maybe I don't want to have that on my back page. So I like to cut these in half. You have some smaller pieces that will fit in the margins. This has some great lettering. Now, I can't remember her name. I will put her down below. I'm so sorry. But they just pulled her onto the team to do a lot of the new lettering for Illustrated Faith. So I will put that down below and you can check her out. She has some beautiful lettering. And so I think that she did a lot of the lettering for this line. Greater grace is sufficient. This line has some great little banner pieces. I looked at the stamp set. The stamp set also has some banner pieces, so I will definitely picking that up. One thing I love about the new lines this season are all the new patterns that you're using. There are some that we're familiar with Illustrated Faith. You think of the dots, the crosses. There's just some patterns that you look at and you know are Illustrated Faith. But these lines definitely are pulling out some new patterns, which I am excited about. New, fresh, exciting, something different we haven't seen before from them. Of course, I mean, that's kind of typical of them. But this real graphic doodles, we haven't seen that before, and I really like that this line has that. And then you have some great little statement pieces here that you could just add down here, do your journaling, maybe a splash of color. So really liking that. Plenty of tabs. I don't usually order the package of paper tabbies because it's just so many of them I don't use, but this gives you just enough that you have plenty to use if you want them to be used, but you don't have an excessive amount of tabs left over, which I like. Here's faith greater than fear, forgiven, and then I love this piece here. This is Romans 8:28. If any of you are familiar with my testimony story, my husband and I went through a really difficult time in our marriage and had to receive marriage counseling, and this is one of the verses that they had us memorize. So I probably will save this for something special, but plenty of great little pieces there. So I think it said, what, 35 die cut pieces. I'm going to go ahead and move my Bible now. Okay, and these videos are probably going to be a little bit longer just so I can go into detail and show you guys all of these pieces. So grab a snack, grab a drink, hang in tight. You get a sheet of clear stickers. For all of you who have been loving the print and pray shop being printed out on clear sticker paper, here you go, it's done for you. If you've used any of the new devotional kits, you've seen that they are adding clear stickers, so that is great. They just meld into the page. I like that you can use this, add your own lettering, and it isn't a stark difference between your lettering and the clear sticker, so I like that. So some great little lettered pieces. You also get 3 sheets of cardstock stickers. If I am correct, this is the 12 by 12 sheet of stickers broken down into 3 pieces. You get a set of black alphas. Again, these are a matte cardstock, so I think they're going to take paint and color just fine. You have some great banner pieces, some arrows, little square pieces, a couple tabs. Look at these cute little arrows in there. And again, her gorgeous hand lettering throughout and these fun new patterns that we haven't seen before. I'm excited about that. Here you get a set of numbers, some punctuation, and then some, good pieces that you can use again and again. In a later video, I'll show you a tip for using these as tabs and dealing with the stickiness. If you've watched my videos for a while, you've seen my tip and my trick, but I will show that in an upcoming video when I start using the products from this kit and kind of showing you my ideas for them. So I'm excited to see what you think. Leave a comment down below and let me know which kit you are planning on picking up. Also go check out the other 2 videos where I am diving into those 2 kits, and you can check that out. I'll have a link to where you can purchase the kit over at Dayspring. That is an affiliate link. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. And until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.